Hi, my name is Lisa Schmidt, and I'm the Senior Director of Well-Being and Social and Emotional Learning. I'm really excited to talk to you today because, like you, I'm a parent of a teenager, and I know how much social emotional learning means for teenagers. Social emotional learning is really important at Uplifts. And so today, I'm just going to talk to you about some of the practices we use and why we think it's so important. So first off, what is social emotional learning? Sometimes you hear it called SEL. Well, SEL is how all young people and adults acquire the knowledge, skills, and attitudes to develop healthy identity, to manage their emotions, achieve their goals, feel and show empathy for others, create and keep healthy relationships, and finally make responsible and caring decisions. So you could tell those are pretty basic. So not only is Uplift concerned with making sure that your child has all the academics covered and has a path into college, but also that they are a fully rounded person. One of the ways we do that is by using the Uplift 5 SEL practices. Now, whether your teenager knows it or not, they've been doing them. So I'm going to go over them one by one with you now. The first one that we talk about is the warm welcome. We start every day off right with a smile and a welcome. From the moment that your teen hits the class, they're going to know that they are appreciated and that they belong. Feeling that you're appreciated and belong helps you stay focused on what's the most important, which is learning. So at home, start the morning off with a hug. Did you know that teenagers need hugs too? Now you might have to ask them, may I hug you? But believe it or not, teenagers like hugs, even though they might make that funny face. Then tell your teenagers something that you appreciate about them to start the day. Now, again, they might give you that weird look, but just like a good breakfast, what you say to them in that morning, it's going to stick with them later on. The next we talk is the emotion check-in. Now, we want your teen to know that their feelings are important, and while also helping them to learn to change those moods and feelings so that they can be in a better state for learning. But we can't just ignore that we have feelings. We know that doesn't work. And did you know that an adult may have 2 to 3 strong feelings in a day, but teenagers are known to have over 20 strong emotions in one day? It's science. It's true. So help your teen out. If you can identify and name your emotions and your feelings, that you'll show your teen that you're in control of the feeling instead of the feeling controlling you. So practice naming your emotions at home, or ask your teen how they're feeling, and then really listen without judgment. Now, that's the hard part. I know as a parent, I always have plenty of advice, but often our teens just need to be heard without all the follow-up advice. The next practice is movement. Stretching, walking, playing ball, all these activities help us get our blood flowing and our brains working. So at school, we're adding movement breaks to the day because we've learned that teens learn better after movement breaks. Too much sitting is not good for any of us and is not natural. So at home, maybe go for a walk with your teen or do some stretches or toss around the ball, even for just 10 minutes. It'll help both of you because the better your body feels, the better your mind works. The next one we call mindful moments, taking a mindful moment. And that just means slowing down and appreciating what you're doing instead of rushing from one thing to another. Right now, we all feel like we're in a rush. There just isn't enough time to get everything done, but it also builds up a sense of anxiety. So when we take a mindful moment, it just means taking slow breaths. It means picturing your best self. It means finding some gratitude and focusing and calming down. So I'm going to show you a quick mindfulness activity that's really easy to do. I taught this to my 15-year-old son, and he uses it when he might feel overwhelmed about homework or anxious about a test. So let's do it together. You put your 5 fingers up, and what you're going to do is trace your fingers up your thumb and then down to the valley. And when you go up, you're going to breathe in through your nose, and when you breathe out, you're going to go down into the valley. Here we go. And in, 2, 3, out, 2, 3. In, 2, 3, out, 2, 3. In, breath, 3, exhale, 2, 3. In, 2, 3, out, 2, 3. In, 2, and all the way down your elbow. Put your hand on your heart and feel your heart. There you go. And think for a second about something good that happened and let that fill you up. It could be something really small and silly, like somebody smiled, or you ate something delicious today, or it could be something big. And let that good feeling fill you up. Soak it up like a sponge. That's it. That's a mindful moment. The last thing that we want to make sure we do at Uplift is that we end the day with an optimistic closure. We don't want to just rush. Okay, everybody out the door. Don't forget your homework. We want to take a second and think about what we accomplished that day. Reflecting on learning is what makes it stick in the brain. Because the way we really remember when we're in an activity, when we go back and reflect on it, or even better, talk to someone about it, that's how it cements it there. So ask your team to tell you one interesting concept that they learned today, one idea, and then encourage them to turn around and ask you a question about your day and share something about what happened. By reflecting together, you'll come to appreciate one another and help them cement their learning. So that's it. That's what we mean by social emotional learning.